Hey everybody, we're back with the Thursday night stream, continuing the Resident Evil marathon. We're gonna finish off Resident Evil 2. Swap my headset. Yeah. Once again, we're playing the Dreamcast version. If I can ever figure out how to get the capture card to register the 64 version with its changing resolution on every screen, maybe we'll do that someday. See, the controls are set the way I like them. Awesome. This is the only Resident Evil game on. There we go. This is the only Resident Evil game on Dreamcast you can actually set the controls for. Hey Ben, how you doing? Yeah, look forward to my special April Fool's video where I play Halo for the Atari 2600.
Resident Evil 2.
Leon B. No, it was on the other one, wasn't it? I didn't have enough room to save on the first one. I should probably see about getting a bigger VMU, actually.
In the midst of the T-virus outbreak in Raccoon City, Leon Kennedy succeeded in escaping from the city following his encounter with one of the only other survivors, a woman named Ada, a spy seeking the deadly G-virus. However...
Ada, wait!
Leon was not the sole survivor of the incident. A girl named Claire Redfield was in town on business of her own. She came to uncover the mysterious circumstances of her brother's disappearance. Chris Redfield, a member of the s.t.a.r.s Alpha team. Only now, her mission has become quite simple. Basic survival within the nightmare that was once Raccoon City.
Chris's disappearance wasn't really that mysterious, he just went to Europe. Diner. So we're playing Claire B, the second scenario of Claire. Gonna be a bunch of differences, and said I might get some practice in for this game, which I really didn't. It's been a long while since I've done Claire B.
Guy's on the maniac. Why'd he bite me?
And the main concern is handling a bunch of the tougher enemies with Claire's different weapon loadout compared to Leon. Particularly Mr. X. I can deal with Mr. X just fine with Leon's loadout every time. Claire's is a little bit different. She never gets any of the high impact weaponry that Leon does.
Hello. Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just...
You know, considering this came out on Dreamcast in '99, these were still really good graphics. Run!
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here.
Gotta get out of here.
It'll be a lot safer. There!
There! A Starbucks!
Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
No.
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh?
Made you think I was a cop?
Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm amazed the truck made it this far with the guy turning into a zombie halfway through his journey.
Gun inside.
better take it with you.
Look out!
You okay?
Still in one piece.
That maniac's gonna ram us!
Uh-oh.
Run! Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
And then the minute we turn around, the T-1000 walks out of the wreckage. Survive the bee nightmare to know the true end. DeLorean. Oh, no, 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 no. Well, time to quit this and restart. It's gone horribly now. Oh, these bikes are so damn loud. Knew there were zombies over here. Oh hey, it's the park key from RE3. Let's see if we can get in the cabin. Handgun bullets. Ominous wind can be heard. Zombies are inside. I'm actually kind of surprised they had a different text box for before the zombies break in.
Hey! Get over here! Hurry! I can't set her down. I'll drop you a rope ladder. Grab onto it. Come on. Just a little more.
Good work, my dude. You ever have one of those days? The Wrath of Capcom. So, how many helicopter pilots have died on this stream now while we've been doing Resident Evil? I mean, to be fair, I killed Nikolai myself. He deserved it. It was the entire reason I wanted the rocket launcher. Alright, let's see. Handgun bullets. See, I'd move the rocket launcher, but I'm not sure if just putting it in my inventory to move it would lower my rank. Because using any of the infinite weapons you unlock lowers your rank. But I'm not sure if it only does it from when you use it, or whether it just counts you putting them in your inventory. Four. So Claire's pistol holds less ammo than Leon's. Leon could have 18 bullets, Claire can have 13. I wouldn't count Brad. Yeah, he's a helicopter pilot, but he didn't die because he was flying a helicopter. Technically, he was killed because he was the S.t.a.r.s helicopter pilot, but he didn't die in a helicopter. Grenade launcher. I'm so happy we get this now, not the bowgun. Like, the bowgun's all well and good, but it's not what I need right now. That said, the bowgun would be great for killing Brad. Well, as far as I can recall, it starts with this game. There's that guy that goes down, the helicopter pilot that Nemesis shoots down in Area 3, with the possibility of Nikolai. Don't want to use more than one grenade round on him. Alright. There's Nikolai if you shoot him down. There's Mike in RE4. There's Matheson in RE5. Does the Bravo pilot die in the crash, or was he killed by zombies or zombie dogs later? That was always my takeaway from that. Like, he stayed with the chopper while the rest of Bravo team fanned out. Doesn't matter what system they put RE2 on, it can't stop that little pause between screen transitions. And there's Matheson in RE5. Does a helicopter pilot go down in 6? Oh yeah, he dies, but he's not shot down. Can't think of a helicopter pilot getting shot down in RE6. And there's the possibility of Revelations, but I don't remember a good amount of that. Alright, let's see how well this room goes. You know, I mentioned being happy we've got the grenade launcher over the bow gun. But, you know, if there was any one room that I'd be really happy with having the bow gun in. Acid rounds. Well, one day I'll end up going through RE6 again. It'll be the 4th time. Ha! It'll be the 4th time I go through RE6 for the channel. I'll have to come back for these herbs. Bucket. Okay. Now, for the love of God, I hope you went and got the grenade launcher before you do this. Let's push comes to shove, I could probably just run past him. So if I've done RE6 twice on the PS3 and once on the PS4, but not all the way through. I never did Ada's campaign on PS4. Damn it, Leon would get some bullets out of that. And there's the canister that drops the tyrants. Drops 1 on the RPD, and the other 5 we know went to the dead factory. So this guy is probably my biggest concern, actually, right now. Because at this point, Leon would have the shotgun. The grenade launcher is a little less... like that. Oh. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Face only a mother could love. At least the crows are gone. Oh yeah, I know what I got from that. Ah, the liquors are just straight gone. That stock scream. The blue key card. Run. Don't take a step back in the cutscene, Claire. If that cutscene hadn't happened, as it drops, if it had just kept into gameplay, getting out of there would have been so much simpler. Hey, the question now is, where do we go? I can put this away for now. Not sure about dropping the grenade launcher. I'm not happy that we've only got acid rounds for it, but there may be some wayward liquors that need putting into place. Of course, make sure to avoid the library for now. Use the card key. Alright, let's go. I keep wanting to press down and run for the 180 turn, and it doesn't exist yet. Which is really inconvenient. Oh, you bugger. Okay. Use the lockpick. Dump this. Way down here. I think a big part of that, Bane, was, doesn't sound like there's a liquor. I think a big part of that was to emphasise the strength of the zombies. Because it is both a good thing and a bad thing in RE to make the just how much damage zombies can take. It's a big part of the reason why I'm not overly fond of the second campaign giving you less handgun ammo. They say it's more powerful, but it really makes no difference. Because the zombies take a random number of shots anyway, or what seems like a random number of shots. The only way you know they're down for good without messing around is if you get a critical. And we managed to pull off a critical headshot, which is percentage based, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we got enough space. Because we should never need to come through this corridor again. At least we have the lighter the first time we pass through here. Gonna want all the handgun ammo. This corner. Sometimes there's handgun ammo there. Okay, that's one gem. The good news is, despite Mr. X's startling appearance in Scenario B, after that first appearance, he's not going to show up again for a while. And by the time he shows up again, we should be way better equipped to deal with him. Okay, don't need to finish either of these guys off because you'd never have to come through here again. Yeah, generally I try to just get them on the floor as well. Like I say, it seems to be a random number of shots to actually put them on the ground. And then if you actually try investigating to make sure they're dead anyway, they may just get back up. But it's the weird thing, if you investigate, they might get back up, but if you leave them, they may never bother you again. Don't need this for a while. Shouldn't have reloaded. You know, it's been so long since I've actually done RE2 in the proper costume. Yeah, so we got 13 shots now, and then we're going to switch to the 6-shooter. You might be like, why switch from a 13-shot semi-automatic to a 6-shot revolver? And the answer is the Colt Single Action Army fires faster. Yeah, I actually, I got the soundtrack, the original soundtrack DLC recently. It's on sale at the minute. Finally played through a bit of the game yesterday with the original soundtrack on. It was pretty cool. Because I was actually kind of surprised just how much of the original soundtrack they use. Like, the main thing you heard in like all the trailers and stuff that was showing it off was just the main hall theme, but it was pretty cool. What are we gonna get that we were after in the S.t.a.r.s office? This is one of the most unsettling parts of Scenario B, just how many empty corridors there are. That you swear should be full of zombies.
Leon.
It's good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all. There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary.
Don't know what those green lines are on Leon.
Any survivors and get out of here.
They're not supposed to be there.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it.
That's pretty cool.
Keep in touch if anything happens.
The bow gun. The diamond key. This is interesting because this didn't happen in Scenario A as far as I'm aware. As far as I remember. I guess Leon just never actually sees that.
Help me!
Oh, this is going to be fun to get through. Come on, where's my ammo? Oh, wonderful. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, might as well see what we can get here. I guess that makes up for it. Alright, evidence room. I'm gonna drop some stuff off in the dark room then. When is the next time we encounter Mr. X actually? When let me think. It's gonna be a while. Okay, I don't want the grenade launcher up there. Alright. What's with all these bikes just riding around? Being all loud and stuff. Yeah, I think it's the press room. Oh, you just said, okay. Bowgun bolts. Plastic explosive. Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we go to the press room. You know, I feel like the Colt Single Action Army might actually be a little more powerful than Claire's standard handgun as well. Or it was placed there after. Okay, so I got the 2 jewels and the full. I've got the full bomb as well. Time to go get the heart key. Still not got any more grenade rounds. Put these away for the minute. Alright, let's see if I can sneak around this liquor. Okay, it's going right. Oh, see me. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? Okay, grab the damn thing. Let go. Oh, that was a little more than was necessary. This has got to be orange caution. Yep. Go back to the box and get an herb. Get a herb. Throw you in there. Grab you. Grab you. Alright. Move it. It's weird that there's a door blocking the hallway to the door to the office of the chief. There seems to be a dead body here.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy and she will turn into a zombie within the hour like...
Little known fact, Brian Hines is actually a qualified dermatologist.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely. And to think that taxidermy used to be my hobby. But no longer. Please, I'd really like to be alone now.
Okay. Yeah, I would have liked to see what had would have happened if Leon met the chief. I mean, I suppose it does technically happen in Darkside Chronicles, but it's been that long since I've played Darkside Chronicles. Because Leon and Claire go through that whole game together, because co-op. Or do they? There might be one chapter actually where Leon and Ada are going through the area.
Wait. Let me go! Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie. You're safe now.
Oh, thank God. I thought a zombie had learned to turn on a light switch.
My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents are?
They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits.
The chemical plant? Then, what are you doing here?
My mom called and told me to go to the police station because it was too dangerous to stay at home.
From the look of things, I'd say she was probably right.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that alternate costume we saw for Sherry in the concept art on Tuesday.
But there's something out there.
I miss alternate costumes that came with the game.
But I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me.
You have to buy most of these alternate costumes now.
That's what I was telling you about. It's here.
Sherry, wait!
Well, now that we've got story sequence out of the way.
Chief.
See, the worrying part isn't that he's missing, it's that the body's gone. You can decide for yourself why that's worrying. So, if you need the 3 stones to open up the secret passage, how did Chief Irons get through there without the 3 stones to open the secret passage? And if he has an alternate way through, why do you need 3 stones? The Resident Evil games always get most unsettling when you get to points where corridors are empty. It's always when they're at the most. When you're running through and not finding any, we're not seeing anyone or anything. Alright. Use the heart key for the heart foundation. Dogs. Alright, that works out. Pay no attention to the way the blood is just drifting through the wall. Shouldn't be anything down here, but I've been wrong before. Probably gonna do that sooner or later anyway. If I grab this before the dogs are in the corridor, it'll be a lot easier. Alright. So we throw this down here. Put this here for now. Grab the grenade launcher again, put that there. Nothing else. And back out.
Sherry, I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried. We've got to go now, honey, okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
No, I won't.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
Well, no.
It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
So Birkin doesn't actually call out Sherry's name in this game, but in the prototype RE1 1.5 he actually did. Which was probably what she's referring to here, actually. I mean, that's a point we don't usually think about. Because, like, it's been estimated that RE 1.5 was, like, 90% done or something. Chances are full voice acting for the game was probably done. There's probably someone somewhere who has or had, like, RE 1.5 on the resume. So the zombies are way less threatening to Sherry than the dogs are, because the zombies can't actually grab Sherry. They don't have an animation for grabbing her because she's too short. So the only way they can damage her is by the vomit, and that's actually a pretty weak attack. Come on, Sherry. If you mash the button, she usually climbs up faster. So can Sherry. The biggest threat in the game to Sherry is actually the cockroaches. Sherry has more health than anybody else in the game, probably because she has no way to defend herself. And the cockroaches, if they get you in a bad position, can just burn right through that. So it's no surprise they can kill Ada as well. Still really surprising to me to see that the water's actually transparent, because it isn't in any other version that I've ever played. Club key. There's also a thing, you only get to play as Sherry with the locket in Scenario B. By this point in Scenario A, she's lost the locket.
Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here. Here's another.
Thanks, sweetie. Now, why
Wonder how heavy grenade launcher rounds are.
I want you to stay with me.
Claire, I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way. I can take care of myself.
Wait, Sherry, come back. Sherry! Sherry!
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
Cool.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
So now we can go to the cells. I forget what's actually in the cells for Claire. It's like when you play Claire A. Leon B, she opens up the chief's office for Leon, and that's the benefit. But the chief's office is also pretty confined, it's a short space. But the cells lead in a good distance, actually. From the back of the parking lot, we get to the cells, we can go through the sewer, and we go all the way to the chess piece lock. So I guess we're going to find out what's there. Oh, come on. Alright. Ugh. We got pretty lucky with that, actually. I hate fighting lickers in this room. Let's go get one of the most important items for Scenario B, as far as I'm concerned. Power supply, A-OK. Flame rounds. No, I can't for the life of me remember what's down in the cells for Claire. Okay, we'll get a side pack. Now we can carry 10 items. Totally worth it. Is there anything we're missing for needing to progress? I don't think there is. Alright, let's go. Oh, crap. I realised there were dogs here. Wait, can we go all the way to the, Oh, Ben's already dead. Jeez. Is the manhole open? That's a question. Like, can we get all the way to the sewer entrance? Let's see, probably combine these. There's a red herb in the kennels. That's still the film? No. Also, I think this is the only time in the game you'll see zombie dogs eating zombies. Or eating bodies, at least. Alright. Nope, it's closed. It's impossible. Oh, we're here for the crank. Alright. Damn it. Pick up the crank. We can't get this red. Oh, there's no red herb here. Well, I guess we'll just pick up the crank then. No idea why Leon seemed to close the sewer entrance behind him. Especially since he said follow us through the sewers. Ooh. Alright, so I need a trip to an item box. Of course, Leon gets the crank in the chief's office, in the trophy room behind the chief's office. Should have done it through the inventory. How many shots are you gonna take? Bane, do you happen to know if Mr. X is weak to a particular kind of grenade round? Because I only want to take one of them with me. And it's going to be either acid or flame. I won't know if he's weak to one or the other. That said, actually, no, I could probably put the, You know what, no, never mind, Bane. I have a different idea. I'm gonna try Try something else. So replace you with a red and green. Is there anything I'm missing? The lighter, I need the lighter. The bowgun wouldn't be a bad idea either. Alright, let's go. Alright, once we get out of here, it's really going to be the press room that's the last big unknown for me in Claire B. And by unknown, I mean, After that, I'm pretty sure I can handle everything off memory. Said make sure you use the club key here so we can throw it away later. I'm gonna have to visit another item box. You know, I've got something I can do for that, actually. You know, I feel like Claire's ponytail might have more polygons in this version than it did in the PS1 version. It looks like it might be more animated. Awesome. Oh, I bought Kingdom Hearts 3, by the way, Bane. It's probably gonna be a while before I play it, though. Okay, combine these. I can put this away, actually. And get this instead. Yeah, that should be good. Alright. What are you still doing alive? Again, unsettling that the corridor's empty. There we go. What, you mean like Kingdom Hearts 2? Because let's be fair, Kingdom Hearts 2 was mostly messing around. Until all of a sudden it was like, oh, we can go to Twilight Town again and then find the path to the world that never was. I mean, I suppose when I do get to Kingdom Hearts 3, the big thing with it is, compared to like Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1, is I don't really have any nostalgia for any of the movies they've chosen. Oh no! Well, thankfully we got away from him. Well, yeah, stuff like Tarzan, Aladdin. Probably some other Kingdom Hearts worlds. Yeah, there is nostalgia for. Mulan there's nostalgia for. Ooh. I want him dead, I've used too much ammo on this now. Oh. That didn't go as well as it does with Leon with the custom handgun. Jeez. Yeah, I think I'll get the grenade launcher for next time. Well, I'd say a big part of the problem with Kingdom Hearts 2 is definitely that some of the worlds really overstayed their welcome. Should have gone through the stairs. Like some of those worlds really overstayed the welcome, especially with the second episode in each of them. Because like generally the first episode was the movie, and then the second episode was putzing about. And that was kind of irritating. Yeah, I feel like the world choice in 3 was really lackluster, especially with most of it seeming to be just Pixar worlds. And, you know, people have a lot of love for Pixar. I kind of haven't for years. I don't really care. I'm missing a stone. It's in the library. God damn it, Shaun. This is what happens when I think about these things too much. No, I want to keep that, actually. And the crank. Nope, we're good. Played that really stupid. Yeah, one of the biggest problems with all the Disney stuff in Kingdom Hearts was the way pretty much every world would just be the movie storyline, but way less interesting. Like, oh yeah, no, you're gonna do the movie and have absolutely no real presence in it, and thus it comes across as weaker than the movie. And it's like, you know, I've already seen most of these movies. I don't need to see them again, but as if they're being performed by a school theatre. Do I have room for this? Yes, I do. God, you know, I feel like I understand what you're saying there. And I suppose it's going to depend on which character you're talking about, which I'd rather not know. Ugh. Anakin being redeemed at the end of Return of the Jedi wasn't so bad until the prequels. Because the way the prequels turned around and said, oh no, he did horrible things for stupid reasons. I hope these acid rounds work. Alright, let's put these in. Spin. Really is a shame we can't just jump down here, because this would make things so much easier. It's like in Claire A. Claire A, you can understand, because how would she get out of the cells? But in Claire B, we've just been there. We know the cells are unblocked. We can get through the parking lot. But her refusal to go down there is just kind of irritating, because it means we have to get all the way back down there. And then there's this fun stuff. This is probably the worst place to fight Mr. X in the entire game, because look at this. This is the space we've got. Hope you have enough ammo and health. 4 shots, alright. That's good to know. Thank God we brought the acid rounds. To be fair, I don't think anything could have tied together Kingdom Hearts plot. Like, by the time you get to Birth by Sleep, the entire thing's become a mess. You know, by the time you get to 358 over 2 days, the entire thing's become a mess. I mean, if it was just 1, regen of memories, and 2, you could have probably made something coherent out of them all. Oh no, that's why Claire doesn't jump down there. She goes out through the police chief's office. Yeah, no, fair enough. I take back what I just said. Can it do 5? Ah, I was hoping it'd make it 5. It's like the most I've ever seen one lick a jump in one run. Alright, so grab you, and I'll need you. I'm gonna put you here, because I don't need you. Acid round should be fine. Won't need the bowgun again until we are in the lab. You know, maybe I should save it, actually, just to be safe. Let's do a safety save. Well, that's the thing. You can like a series, but you should never be blindly loyal to it. You can like anything, you should never be blindly following it. It's like we both love Star Wars, but, you know, plenty of criticisms for them. That's before the whole issue with the sequels as well.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
Let's put this thing in. Mail to the chief, baby.
Claire!
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
Yeah, no, I know where it is. Trying to think when the next confrontation with Mr. X will be, and it's like, no, I know where it is. So we're good for now. Oh, of course it was never going to be worth it.
So you've made it this far. Not bad, girl.
It's never worth waiting that long for anything.
Not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down, Chief.
Okay, so in scenario A, this scene plays out almost identical. And he's just been implanted by Birkin with a G embryo.
From Umbrella have destroyed.
Which kind of explains why he was holding his chest and moving like this.
How could they do that to me after every...
But here, it really just seems like
So it's true.
maybe he's having a heart attack from moving so much.
Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way.
Except infection, right?
Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin.
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out, the monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon.
What do you mean another product?
umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. What the?
Ooh. Well, you know, I'm sure he's fine down there. Let me just grab these acid rounds. How you doing down there, Chief? Ooh. You okay, Chief? The pipe that Birkin rips out both here and in Leon B doesn't exist in their A scenarios. Well, it's going to be another question of whether the DLC is worth it, because you know it's not going to help the story at all. Oh. That's not fair, the music stopped. You okay, Chief? You know, this being the B scenario, I don't remember where we meet Annette as Claire. This should be fun.
Claire, you came back.
I can't believe the man who developed the G-virus is actually her father.
I can't believe it's not Bo.
What's wrong, Claire?
It's nothing. But I think I found a way out of here. We should be able to find someplace safe if we can just make it out of town.
But...
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I promise. But you have to make sure you don't leave my side.
It should be fine until we get to the next safe room. And my least favourite part of the game is escorting Sherry, because if she doesn't manage to keep up with you, she'll just stop. And if she stops, you can't leave the area. You have to go back and get her. I hate that. Yeah, you know, that wouldn't surprise me. So you said, with the Olympus Coliseum being a tutorial level in Kingdom Hearts 3, you said there is no tournament system at all, didn't you? Which feels like a big missing opportunity for a Kingdom Hearts game.
Come on, let's get out of here.
playing Claire Ray, that's Birkin up there. For some reason, Claire's just staring at a wall.
Sherry, where are you?
Well, even Kingdom Hearts 1 had the full tournament. Oh, wow, I forgot you don't have to play Sherry here in Claire B. Yeah. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 had the its own series of tournaments, and then the Paradox Cups. Throw this all the way down here. Grab this. And you. And I'm gonna put this away, actually. But grab the bow gun. Yeah, that should be as good for now. Wonder what that one zombie's doing here. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, there we go. Bowgun bolts. Dump the grenade rounds. Should have left it because I'll be going in another save room in a minute anyway. The moment with his thoughts. And then he became a zombie. Helium.
What happened? You're bleeding.
I ran into this woman who is in trouble. Her name's Ada. Right after that, someone tried to kill me. Nearly succeeded, too. Ada went after the sniper, but I'm worried about her. You gotta find her before something happens.
But you've been shot.
I'll be okay. It's Ada I'm worried about.
It's just a flesh wound.
I'll be okay. It's Ada I'm worried about.
Anything in any of these? Nope, doesn't seem to be. I need to get the lighter out, actually. Well, yeah, it is in trouble. When Leon finds her, she's shooting at a crocodile. The big question with the timeline here, though, is... we should be heading through that area before Leon does, but we won't be fighting the alligator because Leon will have already killed it. Alright, let's go. Open it. Open it. Open it. See what goodies we got down here. Ooh, grenade rounds. What other goodies? Ooh, flame rounds. Yeah, I know that. I think I mentioned it when we did this on Tuesday. But either way, the timeline doesn't work out. We should be heading through there before Leon. But effectively, Leon will end up through there before us for some reason. Meeting Leon there just messes this whole thing up. And that's the last time we'll need the lighter. Alright, let's get out of it. Unless Leon's gone now. Which he isn't. More flame rounds. The wolf medal. Watch out for the spider that's somewhere. There they are. Yeah, the radio works a lot better for this whole thing. The remake, with the only time they encounter each other being when Claire sees Leon on the monitor, really does make the whole thing look like very Chance. Very much like Chance. And there's an element of Chance to this as well, but plays out differently. And they do have communication with each other because of the radio.
Are you alright? What happened?
Get away from me. You just want my husband's G sample, don't you?
Nobody wants the G virus in it.
No one.
Husband? Then you must be Annette.
Huh? How did you?
We don't have time for that. Sherry is lost somewhere in the sewer system. I have to find her.
What? I told her to go to the police building. Why is she here?
Because the police building was full of zombies and, you know, the chief.
Sherry and the G sample are both in danger.
What did she mean by that? Does Sherry have the G sample?
Who knows? You know, I like the classic Resident Evil games. And I think for the time, RE2 onwards, excluding Survivor, actually have some pretty solid voice acting, with a really well localized dialogue script. But the amount of spelling errors this series has is unbelievable. The fact they misspelled Annette's name twice. Alright, grab the flame rounds. Yeah, let's go. Everything's silent. There's no giant corpse of a crocodile. I don't know, man. Code Veronica's got a bunch of spelling errors. RE3 had a load of spelling and grammar errors. Like, most of them happened after you play as Carlos. Which was the craziest thing. Like, it's fine up until around that point. Then loads of it. And we'll never use the valve again. Ah, cockroaches. Yeah, I wouldn't trust any ventilation system that's loaded with that many cockroaches. Like, you're breathing cockroach air. You're probably breathing bits of cockroach. Now let's go. Quickly. You know, an evidence to escort Sherry through this area is really nice. Nothing there. See, like, at this point, see, the tram being gone means Leon and Ada have already been through it, but how? How did Leon get ahead of us? And the whole thing is because we see Leon in that corridor.
Sherry, you're okay.
Sherry, what wondrous adventures have you had?
Sherry, did your mom give you something called G-virus? Either a vial or a test tube?
G-virus? I've never heard of anything like that before.
No, Claire, I've never heard of G.virus.
To me, I'll hold on to it for safekeeping.
But I really don't have anything.
I promise, Claire, I've never heard of this G.virus.
Say something like that.
It's always weird to me how Claire and Sherry don't even see the inside of the cable car there, but Leon and Ada always have some sort of pseudo boss fight with Birkin. Sherry, turn around. Might as well make some use of the bowgun. How much space do we have? No, we're not getting through that much ammo. You know, I've considered Men in Black. There's like 2 Men in Black games I have access to. And I've considered them for something in future. Maybe we'll see. So what do I have? A game based on the series. Good. Game based on the series on PS1. And a game semi-based on Men in Black 2. There is also a game kind of based on Men in Black 3 on the PS3, but I don't have that. Yeah, MIB, the series, crashed down.
Sherry, wait here. I'm going to check it out by myself.
Okay, I'll wait here, but hurry back.
Don't tell me what to do. You know, let me grab those flame rounds, actually. I'll make this go a lot quicker with one trip to the box. Yeah, I had it. I never thought much of it. I mean, I don't think first-person shooters on consoles really got good until like the generation after that. I mean, you've got stuff like GoldenEye, which is well regarded, and you know, there's stuff like The World Is Not Enough on PlayStation, which I enjoyed as a kid. You know what? There is one exception. Alien Resurrection was actually really solid for its time. It's mostly just the controls. The controls for the old games have really aged, especially when they had an emphasis on 3D. So stuff like Alien Trilogy or Star Wars Dark Forces or Doom has aged better. Although Star Wars Dark Forces control scheme on PS1 is kind of nyeh. To strafe, you have to hold a button down, and then you can strafe. Just gonna grab this key. I wonder what's on TV right now. Oh, it's the Mr. X hour. You know, I've heard that only lasted one season because they kept destroying the equipment and they couldn't afford to pay for more. Alright, reliably 4 acid rounds. It's good. More acid rounds. Handgun bullets back there, but at this point we are beyond needing the handgun. What up, Sherry?
Okay, Sherry, let's go.
Alright. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to straight replace the handgun with the bow gun, and I'm going to grab the flame rounds. I usually forget that the keys are already in the ignition in Scenario B because the Scenario A characters have gone down. So I usually end up going into the cabin itself and looking for the key. Oh, there's still the hole there from where
Claire? What was that?
Birkin punched Ada.
Don't worry. Just wait here. I'll go and see what it was.
And whatever you do, don't go near that big hole. More flame rounds, yeah. Well, finding it in RE2 is reasonable enough. The exit through the sewers just kind of led here from the police station. Outbreak, also fair enough, because with how disconnected all the scenarios are, it's really just an excuse to have some gameplay in a bunch of different areas. Zero, I think, is really stupid that Zero finds this elevator. Oh wow, you got bigger. I hope you don't take too many shots. Maybe get a better sense of... Oh, he's jumping. Where is he? There he is. I'm getting too close there. Is he done? Yeah, he's done. Yeah. You know, I gave the scenario a bit of crap for the lack of powerful weapons, but the grenade launch has been proving to be really versatile.
I'm sure it'll keep you safe. Wait here for me, okay? I'm going back to...
And you really cannot argue with the reload speed of the grenade launcher.
Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me because of their work. But now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
You know, this is essentially the same line she gives in Scenario A, but I'm glad that they actually had a different recording for it. Yeah, flame rounds are good against the Ivies. My counterpoint to that, though, is you never really need to deal with the Ivies. It is easy enough to just avoid them every time. Ignore my Leon A run when we talk about that, though. You know, that was actually a fairly smooth transition from gameplay to FMV. I'm going to swap the acid rounds out for the grenade rounds now. God, I hate this room. Let's see if we can get this right first time. Probably not. I never get this right first time. Okay. Can we get in there? Yes, we can. Awesome. Okay, can we still get in there? Yes, okay. A little forward though, just to make myself feel better. Awesome. One of the worst block pushing puzzles in the entire series. Are they on the ceiling? Yeah, they are. On the ceiling that's probably way higher than we should really be able to make any use of. Stop that. Alright, let's go. From here on, I think Leon being Claire are basically identical, aside from a few story beats. Direction-wise, I'm pretty sure we just end up going the same direction. Flame rounds. 12 flame rounds, jeez. That was worth checking over there. gets into the lift. Press the button on the lift. You know, I thought this during RE3, but didn't really say anything. It's weird that they just let you go in the lift, rather than taking you, like, having an option of which floor to go to on the outside of the lift, and then just taking you there. No, I didn't do the fingerprint scanner, mostly because we did the fingerprint scanner when we did Claire A. Leon B on the PlayStation version. So we have seen what's in there, and just how kind of pointless it is. And also dangerous, because there's like 3 or 4 lickers in there. So there's really no point in going in there. You know, one thing I really want to give credit to the original over remake for, while I remember, is the way that Scenario A and Scenario B have completely separate boss fights. Yeah, the enhanced lickers. But you never fight the same boss in Scenario B that you do in Scenario A in the original Resident Evil 2, and I really like that. Both characters can fight every boss. Like, Leon A will fight the same boss as Claire A fights. But the B scenarios don't fight the same bosses as A scenario. But remake, RE2 make, you do. Even though, canonically, the first scenario should have dealt with those bosses, you'll fight those bosses again in the second scenario. Meanwhile, in this, it's like, okay, you fight the first form of Birkin in B. You fight the second form in A, and then you fight the second form partially transformed into the third in B. And then you fight the third form in A, and the fourth form, and then you fight the fifth form in B. Alright, let's do this. And of course you never fight Mr. X in A, which makes B stand out a little more. Alright. Grab that card, just in case I need it for something, because I don't remember. With Claire B. Let me put the bow gas on, just for reasons. So turning on the anti-BOW gas sprinklers is supposed to make the monsters weaker in the lab. I've never noticed it. Well, you say they have their own unique bosses depending on the scenario. They have their own unique end bosses. That's kind of it. Because they'll both fight Birkin A, regardless of which scenario it is. They'll both fight... They both fight every form of Birkin except his final form, who he's only fought in the second scenario. And then, of course, Leon has his final boss being... again? Oh, in this. Yeah, no. Yeah, it doesn't depend on the character, it depends on the scenario, and I like that. Because it means timing was everything. I can't believe I forgot to put the fuse in both scenarios. Yeah. 'Cause I like it. It means everything comes down to timing. The timing of who got to the police station first, who got where first. And I like that as the reason for the differences. All based on which side the characters get out of the car at the start. They're red. Are they poison? They shouldn't be poison. Yeah, the reason you don't turn on the sprinklers in Scenario A is because Scenario B, the monsters will be stronger, and in particular the Ivies will be poison. Okay. Yeah, bringing the reasoning down to timing based on which direction the car crashes at the start, I like. Really do. See, doing the goddess statue again wasn't so bad to me, because in the original you're still doing most of the puzzles again as the other characters. Like, you know, we're still going through and doing the we still had to put the fuse in, stuff like that. So that wasn't too bad. Fighting the same bosses in the same location was disappointing. Because, like, more than anything, that means Remake's timeline doesn't make sense at all. Like, nothing could have possibly worked out that way in Remake. Put that there. And caution. No, I'm fine. Alright. Yeah, I've said it before. As its own game, Remake 2, RE2 Make is fantastic. My biggest complaints just come in comparison to the original. And at the end of the day, those complaints are basically nitpicks. Never say it ruins the game. Say I'm disappointed they didn't do more with the zapping system, or the characters' actions affecting the other. But overall, the game works out really well. Surprised they made it as hard as they did, actually, in this day and age. There you are. Knew there should be zombies around here. I can't see because of zombie, but... I knew it, the naked zombies are tougher. Alright. So we come all the way down here for the master key. No, we come all the way down here for the P room key. We'll get the master key in a minute. Do we? We should do. That's effectively going to be it for the bowgun. We won't need that again. I was really only using it to take out zombies anyway. Want those acid rounds again. No, that's all good. Now let's get out of here. What up in that?
Where's Sherry?
But I asked her, and she's never even heard of the G-Virus before.
Don't change the subject.
Which room? Tell me. Sherry!
No! Annette!
The sample's inside the pendant Sherry's wearing.
It's a good question. I mean, how did the zombies lose their clothes in any Resident Evil? The only ones I can really think of an explanation for is, like, you know, kind of ironically, Code Veronica. Because, like, Code Veronica, the zombies mostly being the prisoners, I would have, like, particularly the ones in the graveyard, I would have expected Umbrella to strip them down before burying them, because, you know, you could recycle those clothes, you get those clothes some more use, throw them on some other prisoners. But basically every other naked zombie, I haven't got a clue. I mean, in RE1, maybe some test subjects for the T-Virus, but, you know, that's a stretch. That said, I still think the zombies crawling out of the ground is stupid. Like, explain to me how already dead people somehow got infected with the T-Virus underground. Alright, flame rounds. Handgun bullets, which I do not need. Take the herb, yeah. Throw these in the box. I don't think there's anything. And I'm pretty confident about the rest of the game. Especially since Claire having acid rounds, and acid rounds taking out Mr. X in 4 shots, means she's better equipped to deal with Mr. X than Leon is for most of the game. Especially since you can have acid rounds by the first encounter, 4 shots from the first encounter. Meanwhile, Leon, at best, will have the shotgun in the first encounter, which is 9 shots. It's not until he gets the enhanced magnum that he's taking the tyrant down with 4. I should do Leon and Claire B more often. Don't know why I neglected it for so long. Every time I record this game or do this game for stream or whatever, doing Claire A, Leon B is really just because it's the canon. I hope Sherry's still alive.
Sherry! Help me, Claire!
Wow, he's really been chasing her around this room for like the last 10 minutes.
The monster's after your pendant. Throw it to me!
How does the tyrant know the G-Virus is in the pendant?
Good girl. Now run, Sherry. As for you, come and get it. I got what you want. Come on! Here. This is what you're looking for, right? Fine. Then go get it! Sucker.
Yeah.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. The self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be reported. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the entire point of zombies was supposed to be that there's no master key around here, is there? No. Alright. Pretty sure the entire point of the zombies was the T-Virus infecting living organisms, like just living humans, and failing to turn them into tyrants. Boy, I hope that doesn't mean anything significant.
Where are you? Sherry! Where is she?
Yeah, T-Virus infecting living human hosts, but failing to turn them into tyrants. But it shouldn't affect the already dead, I would have thought. And again, failing that, how did it infect the dead in the ground anyway? Yeah, I need the master key. God, I hope Sherry's upstairs. Downstairs. I hope Sherry's somewhere. Sherry, you in here? Ah, crap. This is gonna kill my time. Wait a minute, does Annette give me the key?
Sherry? Where is she?
I need to go see Annette. By the fuse area. Yeah, with Annette. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot this. This is a scenario where she actually sees Annette die.
Mom! Mom!
Sherry, you have to escape. I know I've been a terrible mother, but I still love you. Forgive me.
Mom!
Sherry, we have to go now.
Yeah, I like that the gun's still there. Give me the master key. It's a gun. You know what, let's spare a couple of seconds. Her fever has subsided, she's resting as though asleep. That makes it sound like she's not dead. Like, specifically the use of the word resting. Going down. So that added like 2 minutes to our time, probably. It's a good thing we weren't speedrunning. Just because I went blah, doesn't mean I'm dead.
Now you wait here, okay? I'll go and get this thing moving.
Alright, let's do this. I should give Shaun my grenade launcher and send her to fight the tyrant. She can do it, she's a strong kid. Alright, let's see. I need this key. I need this key. I'm gonna throw you in here and get you, you, and you. I'm gonna put you away and get another 3. Oh yeah, no, I know the scene. And we can have one more, because we're going to use that key. Just in case, because... tyrant. Running tyrant. That's the concern. Alright, let's go. I feel like Last Action Hero is simultaneously underappreciated, but also... like, still really darkly weird at times. Weirdly dark at times. Like, I love it as a parody of the over-the-top action movies of the 80s and Schwarzenegger movies, and there's a lot of great effort that went into it. But there's also some weirdly dark bits that just feel out of place for some, like, just there for no reason. Five minutes. Did we really need to unlock that door? Couldn't we have just climbed over the rail there? Like, from the inside of the train? You know, if you've ever played Dark Side Chronicles, you fight the tyrant around the train, and it is one of the worst fights I've ever played in a light gun game. Hated it. Get the other plug. So, acid rounds have served us well, so let's see how well they do against the final battle. With the Tyrant. Do 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 do. Here we go. You've got a butt cheek missing. Yeah, it actually looks really good on Dreamcast. Run to the left. Suck it. Ow. Ow.
Here, use this.
Thanks, Ada.
Who are you?
Is now really the time to ask that question? Like, rather than like, oh hey, thanks. Really need something like this. Oh.
You lose, big guy.
You know, I probably have seen the original artwork for Barry Burton at some point. I remember he did look thinner than the actor who played him. Like, the face was a lot thinner. Whereas Barry, after they cast Barry, he was pretty much always quite stocky after that. Like in the original, in remake, in RE3. That's how screw with you guys. You know, overall, I think I've got to say, after spending so much time doing Claire A, Leon B, I'm actually quite surprised at just how much easier Leon A, Claire B has turned out to be. Sherry, start the train. Oh god, I was approaching it like it was RE3. You can't run upstairs in this one. Punch it, Chewie. See, Leon manages to jump over the fence to get on the train. Why couldn't Claire jump off the fence to avoid having to use the key?
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
It's over. No. It's the beginning.
My God has protected you. It will always be with you.
Claire.
That line's really weird in this scenario, actually. Because in scenario A, Sherry questions Claire giving her the jacket, but I don't think she did in scenario B, so the goddess line never came up.
What was that?
Go check it out, Liam. Good work, Liam.
Warning, biohazardous outbreak imminent. The emergency system has been activated. This train will detonate. Repeat, this train will detonate.
You know, it's weird that they set the train to detonate and lock all the doors, but don't activate the brakes. So I get you want to keep the biohazard from getting out because you're going to blow the train up and you've locked doors to make sure nobody can get out in case they're infected. But why not stop the train? Is that a barnacle from Half-Life? Is that multiple barnacles? Oh boy. So I wonder how much faster this will go down to Claire's weapons versus the custom Magnum with Leon. Will the acid rounds reach? Oh, they're reaching now. Not entirely sure because, you know, grenade rounds, the grenade launcher has a very short range. I wonder where Birkin's face is in that mess. There we go. Let me think. The face was on the chest. The chest pulsed outwards and became the toothed maw.
What?
Leon, stop the train!
Why sequentially?
The door to the control room is locked.
Oh.
Sherry, get back! That's what I call ugly. Claire, where are you?
Well, she must be alive because you can't see her inside that.
You don't give up, do you?
Sherry, what are you doing?
We have to stop the train, right? I can do it.
Sherry!
Thank God we had a 12-year-old with us.
Well, come and get it.
Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one? Sherry! Claire! Ah!
You know, it seems like there's a lot of ways out of this sealed train.
Got it!
I hope Leon and Claire are holding on pretty hard.
Finally.
Are you okay, Sherry?
I'm okay.
Where's Leon? Leon? Leon!
Right here.
Leon!
You're both safe. Just die. We've got to get out of here. Move
Well,
it.
yeah, because it's going to blow up. I wonder if that actually killed Birkin.
That was a close one. That was pretty impressive back there, Sherry.
It was nothing. I saw someone do that on TV once.
Come on. We've got to move out.
Now what's the problem? Is something following us?
Hey, we still have a job to do. Let's go.
Go? Oh, you can't mean.
Chris, I have to find you.
You know what? That is way less hype than the Leon B ending. Leon's like, oh, you can't mean, and Claire's like, just no, you know, I got stuff to do. Whereas Leon B's like, hey, we have to go. Go? Hey, it's up to us to take down Umbrella. And then the rock plays. That was Resident Evil 2 for the Resident Evil Marathon. The Dreamcast version, which, you know, I'd be surprised if you see that often anywhere, because why would you? So much easier to get the PS1 version or the GameCube version at this point. You know, I enjoyed this version. It looks really nice. Plays basically the same. The display on the VMU is quite nice, although I'm playing this in the dark now, so I can't see it. Unfortunately, the VMU is one of those old liquid crystal displays that has no light. Is it a liquid crystal display? I don't know. It has no backlight anyway. Resident Evil Marathon will continue. Cameo would go on to direct a bunch more awesome games. You know, I need to get around to Okami actually. Let's see, I've done Devil May Cry, I've done Beautiful Joe, done both Bayonettas. So the main Okami game that I've not done is Okami. Alright, let's see what the results were. Oh, she has sunglasses in her hand, I never noticed that. A rank. Little under 2 hours, that's not bad. Just being under 2 hours is always nice. Glad to see my unfamiliarity didn't ruin it too much. Oh yay, the submachine gun. Alright. Save it. That's a completely on a save. Can play another scenario. That's weird because in the PS1 version and I think the GameCube version, it says you can play another scenario if you make a new save data. So that's weird. I mean, you can see more of the concept art at least. And again there. Is there no extra save required for this? Because again, PS1 and GameCube versions, you have to save again. Yeah, you end up saving like 3 times. There it is, full Survivor and X Battle. Illustrations, which we got a look at last time. Oh no, these are new. That's an actual background from the game. That's an actual background. See, I've seen this concept art before. I've not seen that one before. That's neat. Cockroaches. Are they feeding on a zombie rat? Because, like, we know the rats ate the T-virus that Birkin crushed in the sewers. But if the cockroaches ate the rats, that would explain that would explain the what's the word I'm looking for? That would explain the outbreak a lot better than just rats. IVs. There's the regular. There's the poison. The G embryo. Birkin 1, Birkin 2, Birkin 3. So that's interesting. Like, you get the head, and then watch as it slowly morphs into the chest. You can barely see it there. As the chest pulses out to eventually become the gaping maw on Birkin 4. Which would suggest, if the face is still there, it's on the bottom. And the mess that Birkin 5 becomes. Mr. X, Tyrant Mr. X. The cover art for the European version, which is actually, I found this out recently, that is a picture taken from the Romero directed commercial of one of the zombie actors. That is the cover for the American version of Resident Evil 2. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh wow, a full 3D model viewer. The zombies all have the same animations. It's interesting. I think there's actually a different model than Brad has in RE3. Yeah, the head's different. They didn't just retexture it for RE3. This is interesting. This means the Leon and Claire discs both have different concept art. Naked zombie. You know, I never noticed the face was deteriorated, actually. What's that? Morgue zombie. Scientist zombie. And then naked zombie. Like, the face is really decayed. I'd never noticed that before on the model. Zombie butt. That's a regular zombie. I think we already saw that one, actually. Oh, different variations of this one zombie. The dogs. Wow, that's like the closest look at the crows you'll ever get. A licker. Wow, the alligator. It's interesting because you'd never get to see it from the back in-game. Spiders. The little embryos, the first G embryo shoots out. That one. Cockroaches. Mr. X. Well, yeah, very little of Survivor was actually original content. I think they downgraded most of it as well. Like, the Mr. X's appear so many times in Survivor, but I'm pretty sure the model quality is lower. That's interesting. Never had this good a look at the Tyrant model for this game. Get a look at that missing butt cheek. It doesn't have a missing butt cheek. Does that mean when it drops down in the fight, that the back of his model is actually clipping into the camera? That's interesting. I never knew that. The IVs. Birkin 1. Birkin 2. And see the face morphing into the chest. And also the extra arms that start appearing from the chest as well. And like the right arm's kind of the furthest away from the initial infection point, so it stays human for the longest. But then by Birkin 3, it's a clawed mass itself. And the face has moved even further into the chest. And then Birkin 4. It's a shame I can't actually do anything with these models. Like, I'm not controlling the rotation, I can't zoom in or anything, because I'd love to get a look at the bottom of that and see if the face is still there. And then this. Ah, it won't show you the back because there is no back. The maggots. Chief Irons. Ada. Sherry. Didn't we already get Ada and Sherry? Annette. Kendo. Interestingly, the Kendo with the bow gun. I wonder if that changes if you're doing the Leon disc and he has the shotgun instead. And Marvin. No, it was straight into zombies, right? That's interesting. I've never seen a lot of that like that. And do we have all the movies? Yep.
Warning.
Huh. That's fascinating. That was all really interesting stuff. Like I say, I don't... the gallery doesn't exist on any other version as far as I'm aware. Maybe the PC version, but... you know, good luck picking up the PC version. That was really interesting. Chances are the equivalent stuff doesn't unlock on Leon's disc unless you do Leon B. Which means I could switch discs now, but we probably wouldn't get the same stuff. Which would be a shame. But I think that's going to call an end for tonight's part of the Resident Evil Marathon. We will be back on Sunday, 8 PM GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. Fighting is not the only way to survive. Like, the one room in the game, like one of maybe three or four rooms in the game where you don't want to fight. Seriously. Like, yeah, no, that whoever's playing that's dead. Jeez. Yeah, we're back on Sunday, 8 PM GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, with another Resident Evil game. Not sure what it'll be yet, I'm undecided. But at this point, we'll take a look at 3 and 2. We took a quick look at 1. So we'll see where we go. I might go with one of the lighter ones. Might see about doing Deadly Silence to get the PS1 trilogy done. Play the PS1 trilogy on 3 different systems. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Special thanks to Bane for keeping me company in the chat as always. Really appreciate that, buddy. See, this has the problem that Final Fantasy IX has if you play the PS4 version of Final Fantasy IX, in that the models are actually quite clean, but the backgrounds aren't. The backgrounds are quite blurry. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. Really appreciate the support. Have yourself a fantastic time of day, and take care.